The way we remember information is that we need to trigger whatever we want to retrieve. If it's information, a memory, an experience, we need some sort of trigger. And then that trigger makes an association, and then all these associations go off in your head. And then you're able to recall whatever you wanted to. But what happens is, most of the time when we want to learn something, we try to make these triggers just randomly. So if you ever walked into a room and smelled something or heard a song, boom, you're instantly transported to where you smelled that or heard it. And you're not really in control of that trigger, just randomly happens. So you don't know how to get to that specific memory without that trigger. Now, of course, once you start thinking about that memory or experience, of course, it's very easy to go back and recall it all. But before that, you had no idea how to get there. It wasn't even on your conscious mind to find that memory or experience or information. It just happened because a trigger randomly came into your way, boom, and caused you to remember it. Now, memory techniques, they are amazing triggers because we know exactly where they are and what they represent and are supposed to trigger, right? So if I want to memorize the word thaw, I think of like an ice cube melting, right? And so when I see that, I'm like, okay, what was that one word? The first word in this list. Okay, I was at the couch. I saw this ice cube melting all over it. Oh yeah, thaw. So the trigger was thinking of the location. Another trigger was the image itself. Now, if I memorize all these words in one big story, the different words trigger the next word in the story, right? Because there's going to be some sort of gap. And that's what's fantastic about memory techniques, is that we're able to control the triggers specifically. Now, one time at a memory competition, I memorized a whole bunch of words, and I couldn't recall one word in a column. Now, if you miss a word, you lose half the points, okay? And so I sat there, I was like, I can't remember this word for the life of me. And I knew how the brain worked, right? Triggers, associations, and so I'm like, dude, I have to sort of trigger it, because the image, I do two words per location, so the other image wasn't triggering the other word. And so I'm like, dude, what was it? And it was super annoying. But what I did was I started saying random words. Now in my head, I didn't say it out loud, but in my head I was like toilet, couch, Teletubby. Dude, I was saying the weirdest stuff that probably was not even possible on that list. I guess Teletubbies could be on the list, who knows, right? But I was just saying like the most random words, because I was trying to find anything that would trigger that specific word, whatever it may be. And guess what? I got the word. I don't know what word I said, but I was like, cucumber. And it was the weirdest thing, because I wasn't even saying anything near cucumber, like any vegetables. I don't even remember my image. It's just cucumber popped into my mind. Like, that was the missing word. And so that's what's so crazy about how the mind works. And once you start recognizing that, then you're more aware of the different triggers you could put in place, because it doesn't just have to be memory techniques. It's, like, I guess memory techniques I teach you with creating images and stories. For example, the bark technique, where you place something down where you want to remember it, bark. You're making a trigger, right? The bark is the trigger for it. And so it's just really amazing. Once you know how the brain works, you can start setting everything up. And so whenever you're trying to recall something and you're stuck, try to find anything that might trigger it. Even things that aren't even related, even close to, because subconsciously there's associations being made that might give you that specific information that you're looking for. So hopefully you enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time.